Books by Jordan Peterson. 12 Laws of Life. Life is a pain. But there is a way not to collapse. Then let's find out what he says about the laws of life. 1. Stretch your shoulders and stand upright. The back and neck deep posture does not only adversely affect the visuals. Studies have shown that a person's posture and fine muscle movements actually affect his emotions. Stretching your shoulders and standing upright will give your body confidence and will. And the more upright and confident you are, it not only gives a good impression to the person who looks at you, but also gives off an aura that cannot be ignored. 2. Treat yourself like you're supposed to help. Many people do well when they help others, but they often take an attitude that doesn't make sense when it comes to their work. Why don't people like themselves that much? Maybe it's because you know yourself better than anyone else. Weaknesses, or even dark spots. Treat yourself as if you care more than anyone else and try to help. This is a mind that makes the whole world a little brighter, not just yourself. Take care of yourself. 3. Meet only those who expect the best from you. Just as you have an ethical obligation to take care of yourself. Around you. It's encouraging. Smart to prevent destructive behavior. And you have a responsibility to fill it only with people who can sincerely congratulate you on your joy. As social animals, we naturally need to distinguish between the people we meet. People around you have a very big impact on people's lives. 4. Don't compare yourself to others, only to yesterday's you. You should compare yourself to yesterday, not to anyone else. Because the world is so deeply embedded in the laws of Pareto distribution. To put it simply, there are always unfair parts of the world. Of course, there are better and better people than me in this world. Of course, you may feel jealous and resentful, and at worst, you may even suffer from lethargy that loses hope. Ideal is always a yardstick for judgment. You shouldn't compare yourself to others. Because no one in the world is exactly the same as you. But a person always needs a goal. So how do you not get into a hopeless comparison with a goal? It's about breaking down goals and making them workable so that you can keep running forward. The more we split the target, the more we split it. The life I want is not the distance from the people I admire. Looks like the next step I need to take. The point here is to set the final goal high, but adjust the difficulty level of one step appropriately. Try to be a little better than yesterday. 5. Don't create an opportunity for you to hate your children. Raising a child is a very difficult task. If there are two main ways of raising children that shock their social abilities. One is very strict, with many rules, and one is passive, which accepts any whining. If your child grows up in a bad way and you're crazy about your child's behavior, the child will not be able to avoid negative treatment even when he goes out into society. 6. Clean up your room before you blame the world. I'm not saying you have to live your life perfectly. Before you start complaining to the world and blaming anyone else, it means that the first thing to do is to reflect deeply on your current life and past choices. 7. Choose a meaningful path, not an easy one. Professor Jordan Peterson has said, life is not just about being happy. He expresses that life is not life that is fun, happy, and fair, but life that must be meaningful. Even if it's not fun and hard right now, let's do something meaningful to ourselves. 8. Always be true, at least don't lie. Social trust is hard to gain, but it's too easy to lose. Always tell the truth. However, this truth tells your own truth. 9. When someone else speaks, think of it as someone who will tell you what you need to know. Maybe it's a story about humility, social progress, and individual development. It can happen when people try to take a deep look at other people's thoughts and knowledge. No matter how authoritative an individual may be, or have vast knowledge, it's just a poor level compared to people all over the world. 10. Be clear and precise. What you don't understand, what makes you unhappy, and what you're considered unproductive. Being able to accurately explain all of these things is the first step in solving problems and improving the situation. 11. Leave children alone when they skateboard. Parents who are too worried when they send their children to school or society where they are at risk prevent them from developing the ability to cope. Children who have faced various risks when they are young grow up to be adults who know how to take risks. 12. If you encounter a cat on the street, pet it. I'm not telling you to touch all the animals you encounter on the street. It means that once in your life, you should be immersed in the moment itself and enjoy beautiful nature and peaceful news. I hope you have time to appreciate small things and live a rich life.